Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is Loveline. Loveline. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Tonight, thanks for making that noise, Drew, from Fox's Point Pleasant, Elisabeth Harnois is here. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hi.
Smart. Elizabeth is smart. I can tell that. Well-mannered, smart. Thanked us for being here tonight.
Isn't that nice?
Thanks for having me, she said.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Is that rare?
It's never happened before.
Really?
Rare.
No, we usually, No, we get English bands that are drunk and on a different time zone, and they don't even look up when you walk in.
My questions are going to my pecker.
That's right. Now you're going to be fine, Elizabeth. And Drew is already slid into ass kiss mode. Get up on your get on your microphone there. I just. I was having a laugh about really the essence of radio, Drew.
Yes.
The essence of radio, and we captured it all in the first couple minutes of the show, half off the air, half on the air. One was me complaining about the coffee. The coffee. All we have is coffee here.
Right.
That's all we have.
Yes.
That keeps us coming in. Let me explain something, Elizabeth. Then we're getting to Point Pleasant. We're gonna plug the hell out of this.
She needs to plug it.
No, we are gonna work it.
Right.
I'm gonna.
Thank you.
F that show right out, believe you me. But here's how radio works. And you're used to television.
Yes.
Let me explain radio. Radio works this way. You get the Smart and Final jumbo-size can of generic coffee with the creamer that just says whitener on it,
right.
Powder form.
Powdered whitener.
If you say to somebody, listen, can we have some decent coffee? We work a late-night shift here, and Drew and I both enjoy a cup of joe. The answer comes down from the big man, no, there'll be no decent coffee, and you'll get no milk. And if you want it, feel free to buy it on your way in. That's how radio goes. In which case, I then say, well, then I'm going to quit. So you have to go get some coffee. And now it's a big battle over $9 a year worth of coffee and milk. And eventually I win because I throw a tantrum.
Right.
Now the coffee maker's on the fritz. The thing comes through like somebody drank a pot of coffee and then whizzed into my mug. It's basically what it tastes like. Lauren has been on the guy for some weeks now to fix it. And guess what, Drew?
Not fixed.
Not fixed. Not
shocking.
fixed. But the other thing that reminded me of that is almost every single night when we have a guest, about 10 seconds into the show, I hear Engineer Anderson yell, turn the guest up. Now, here's the beauty of radio. That will go on for infinity. There'll be no connection tomorrow night with the guest and turning it up than there will be tonight, and the same with the coffee thing.
I don't yell. I
That's
say turn her up. Turn her up.
Yeah, it's very casual, except for everyone always jumps whenever you do it because you're loud in our cans. But thanks, Anderson. There's the very essence of radio. And in other fields, like if you worked in any other field, you would be fired. But here's the thing about radio. They don't pay anybody, so you can't really fire anybody.
It's all volunteer.
It's like firing people in radio. It's like you firing a windmill at a golf course, at a miniature golf course, or it's like trying to fire the wind. Right. It doesn't exist.
Can't do it.
How
makes
can
sense.
you do it? How can you fire someone you don't pay? That's it. So there you go. That's radio. Don't pay anyone, but when they don't fix anything, you can't fire them. All right. Let's talk about you, baby doll. Yeah?
And you're still here. And you're still having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Seems
Just got to
like
get
it.
some good coffee over here.
Yeah. Well.
So Drew's a big fan of Point Pleasant, by the way.
Thank you.
And his wife,
Huge fan.
Who is, we call her the star maker.
I told you. She picks them.
Yeah.
She picks them.
I hope she's right.
Look at this.
Right.
Look at
What?
You-
Drew
He's
brought
got
a
the
camera.
fancy digital camera.
I mean, no, just a camera. She set this out with me. How weird is that?
Your wife said, take the camera, take a picture of Elizabeth.
Yes.
And then what?
I don't know what she wants to do with it. We'll find out.
You're going to be in the picture? Yeah, you better watch out.
We'll find out later. But
No, she's a huge fan of Point Pleasant, which is Fox Thursday nights, 9 o'clock. And Drew, big fan as well, yes?
yeah, I've actually been watching it with her. It's good.
Drew was excited
Thank you.
Elizabeth was going to be on the show, I think, last week, but some kind of shooting schedule or something came up. Drew was crestfallen, by the way.
Ruined my week.
Devastated.
My month.
Devastated.
It was a couple weeks ago, and
Yeah,
I've been trying. You have to know that I was excited to come on the show, so every time that it almost worked and then didn't, I felt really bad too. So.
Well, Drew is not recovered until just now. But he's positively giddy. And then when he found out that you went to a nerdy college, he's now through the roof. He's over the moon because Drew's hobbies, his only hobby I know him to have is college.
No.
He's like Bill Cosby with those sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Except for he doesn't actually get anything from the college because that would cost money. But he likes to think about it. That's free. But he loves college. He loves to talk institutions from around the world and around the country. And you went to what college?
It kind of happens to you when you go to one of those schools, though. All of a sudden, there's this enormous amount of pride, and you just it's a community, I think, and you kind of foster that community, whether or not you realize it. You're talking about it.
Which one did you go to?
Wesleyan University.
Wesleyan. Oh, I've heard that one. Drew speaks of that on occasion. Drew's excited too. Maybe a little jealous and turned on.
I don't know. I
intrigued.
think Amherst right now is probably ranked above Wesleyan.
Oh,
right
really?
now. It's funny. They're always all those schools are always very neck and neck. But
Basically, Amherst, Wesleyan, and Williams, the same kind of school.
yeah.
Well, we'll get to the bottom of it. Chris, off the top of your head,
Yeah, what's
Amherst? Is it Wesleyan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wesleyan or Amherst? Which one's ranked higher?
I would go with Amherst.
Go with Amherst?
That dude came in,
Yeah, I had that dude. Okay.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I don't know. What?
There was that one dude that went to Amherst.
Radio.
All right.
No, look it up on some kind of, ratings chart.
U.S.
or
News and
something.
World
There's
Report.
like a school ranking?
U.S.
U.S. News and
World
World
Yeah,
Report.
that's
Yeah,
the one.
New.
right. Then look up Conejo Junior College where you go. See if that made the top 5,000 cut.
All right.
All right. Is there a ranking for junior colleges?
There might be, but I'm sure Conejo's on there.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Pasadena ranked high.
Yeah,
that's a good time.
That's right.
Top five, I
No,
think.
when they say ranked high, had the highest students per capita. They do a
Very true.
urine.
Highest
You grew up out here, though,
I grew up, in Riverside.
in Riverside.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa. Wow.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. I actually was born in Michigan, and my parents moved from Michigan to Riverside. I really, I don't know.
How do you go from Riverside?
We lived in Woodland Hills as well. We lived across Southern
I mean,
California.
how do you go from Riverside to Wesleyan? That's just that's
Well,
shattering the.
it's going from Michigan to Wesleyan. I mean,
Okay.
and
Oh, yeah, Detroit to Wesleyan. How's that? We'll skip
college-
the middle. We'll
how
skip
long-
those
how
15
long
years.
15 years in Riverside?
Well, I went to high school in Riverside, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, baby. You're so strong. So proud.
Hey, don't diss Riverside. Riverside's a good place.
Horrible place.
No.
Bakersfield makes fun of Riverside. Yes, they do.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to Riverside right now. I apologize.
Riverside proper, not some
Well, I don't. No, yeah.
Cucamonga or something.
No. No.
Oh, dear God. Wow.
No, and I, it was actually nice because I grew up acting.
She
My
actually
talking's
is.
loud.
She actually was the son of the daughter of the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am the spawn of Satan.
You grew up acting?
I grew up acting, and it was nice. It's actually nice to live in Riverside because I was, it sort of limited the amount of child acting I would do. We would only commute once in a while, and we would only go in for the projects that, I was excited about,
You wouldn't go on auditions all day long.
It wasn't all the time. Yeah, it wasn't like a career when I was 5. It was a hobby, and that was
Right.
it was sort of an interesting barrier there. It created an interesting barrier because it wasn't convenient to go into Los Angeles, 3 and 4 times a week. So,
Did you train in acting your whole life?
I think if you consider being on a set, from the time that I didn't take kid theater camp.
And you said college was history?
History and film I majored in. I took some theater, I did take some theater classes, but I actually was between NYU, Tisch School of the Arts, and Wesleyan, and I thought, I've been acting my entire life, and, I want to do something else.
What set were you on as a child or as a young person?
What
You
set?
said you were on the set.
Oh, meaning that when I was working, various projects, film, television, whatever, being around, talent helps you just sort of, you learn, you absorb. You're a sponge when you're a kid, so.
I've been telling Drew this all for 9 years now.
Yeah, it
Well,
still
listen.
doesn't come in. Huh?
Yeah. But I thought, what was your did you have a regular gig or did you land something?
Well,
that was-
the first, it's it's one of those stories where, it was hard to say no once it started because the first thing I auditioned for I got. And my mom was not a stage mother. She hated the whole scene, but I enjoyed it and I was having fun. So she kind of gave in to me.
What did you land? What were you?
It was a cake commercial for Duncan Hines. And I had one line. It was deluxious. And apparently I nailed it because I got it. I was 3 and I got to eat chocolate cake. And I thought, hell, acting is really fun because I get to eat chocolate cake and not go to
You can
school.
remember that at 3?
Oh, I totally remember it.
Wow.
I totally remember it. It was good cake.
Well, I don't want to, put the screws to your mom, but if you're 3 years old.
I made all the decisions. No.
Yeah, did you try yourself?
That's always the question.
The Duncan Hines factory to do the audition?
No.
I mean, she must have decided
it was definitely no. I'm not gonna pretend it's something it wasn't. I mean, my parents definitely were involved. I mean, they made the decisions.
There are parents that look at their kids and go, hey, my kid is cute. I bet we get some money out of this for college.
Yeah, that was Elisabeth's parents.
Well, I paid for college.
But I'm saying that they aren't necessarily like, oh, honey, you've got to do this. They just go, I wonder if this might be
yeah, and that's
we have some
what
free
it was.
time. Let's fill our days.
Well, parents saw I had a talent as well, but they just figured it was in carpet cleaning. That's what they didn't know.
And look what happened.
I know. They got me my start. Yeah,
and it went on for quite some time.
Awesome. Oh, I can never stop thanking them. Never stop for getting me into that carpet cleaning. Never stop.
They really had a lot to do with that, huh?
I really think they were. I would call them my carpet cleaning muse.
The first move was putting you out in the garage.
Yeah, and then my dad cowering while my stepmom kicked me out of the house, and they really pushed me toward carpet cleaning.
Yeah.
I got to give them their props. And if there was some sort of carpet cleaning award when I accepted it, I would definitely thank them.
Did they mention Wesleyan or Williams part of the?
No. They thought those were black names.
Okay.
They didn't know they're actually colleges. All right, I'm sorry, Elizabeth. Go ahead.
No, just my parents, they saw it as a hobby for me. It was a hobby.
Acting.
Yeah, it wasn't for them. It wasn't about really a financial gain thing. It was more of they knew it would be good for me in terms of being able to pay for school and such. But
there's an interesting thing, which is people, the parents that get their kids into almost anything, but especially acting, get sort of a bad rap. On the other hand, if your kid is good at something and has a natural capacity, or at least a love for something, what's so different about acting in the cello? You know what I mean? If the kid's playing the violin or the piano, everyone's like, oh, well, that's wonderful. Or he has a gift for languages. He's taking all these language classes or something. That's great. But acting, you're a pimp all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But there are people that genuinely have talent and should be led that direction.
Let me just say, you've met Corey Feldman.
Delight.
And you've
talent.
Yeah.
Huge.
You've met a few other people that have been through that experience of being
amazing cello player,
actor, and it doesn't always work out to the health and benefit of the child.
No, but I am saying that if you have a children...
in principle, you're right.
Here's what I'm saying. There's some kids that have a mechanical aptitude. Yeah. They start tinkering early. Whenever you hear about these, they do these bios on Howard Hughes or any of these sort of industrial guys. Oh, he was 3 and he was taking his bike apart and welding a motor to it and blah, 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 blah. If you have a kid who's going down that path, you should get him some tools and let him do it. And by the same token, if you have a kid who likes to dress up and sing, why don't you put him in the choir or take him to acting class?
Right, agreed.
All right.
yeah, that was me.
Right. All right.
And Elizabeth's a great actress. Seriously.
And it worked out. She's normal. She's got her head screwed on straight.
Something's wrong.
I'm sure she goes home and freaks on her boyfriend. It's the crap out of her pet, but
they're both listening right now, so.
I'm getting to the pet, too. You want to give your pet a command and see if it works over the radio?
That's Satan or what?
Yeah.
Well, you have a dog?
Yes.
And you have a boyfriend, too?
Yes.
All right, he's not good enough for you. I tell you that right now.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
beyond good enough.
Oh, he's
for
got
me.
you brainwashed. Interesting. Smart.
That's
It's
flattering.
like Manson, this guy. All right, here's my point. Is your boyfriend with your pet right now?
No, I think she's probably at home. He's with some friends listening right now.
All right.
Be nice.
I was going to conduct an experiment where we actually
saw if my dog obeyed. Yeah.
Command the dog through the stereo speakers.
She's very, very okay. Here's an example. I do ADR at least once a week for the show.
That's voiceover work for you kids at home.
Yeah, when we have sound during dialogue, we have to record it again later in post. But Rosie's sitting in the studio where the technician is, and I'm in another room.
That's your dog for the kids that are listening
Yes.
home?
What kind of dog?
Right.
Rosie. She's a mutt. She's Chihuahua, Pekingese, and Beagle, something.
Wow.
She doesn't look like a Chihuahua. She's a normal sized dog.
Okay.
But if I call her name over she freaks out. She's
Right.
and she knows, and I can tell her to sit, and she'll kind of. It's the voice of God to her because she can't locate the
source.
Doesn't know
the
where it's coming
source.
from,
It's kind
right.
of fun actually to play that game with her.
I was giving this some thought yesterday with the dog, like this sort of, the, you have Paris Hilton, and now you have, it's very trendy. Everyone's got a lap dog.
She's not a lap dog.
These days. No, your dog's not a lap dog, but I'm just saying more and more, Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton, it seems like almost everyone has their lap dog. And when you have a lap dog, you get to take it wherever you want to take it. You go on an airplane with it. You go into a hospital with it. You go in a store with it. You just walk into restaurants. That's just your dog. It's like it's sewn to your hip. I've never seen Paris Hilton walk anywhere or on any shows or anything, and everyone go, whoa,
Stop
no,
it. Cut it out.
See, dog?
Yeah.
No dogs, get out with the poodle, or the Chihuahua or whatever they have. But then I start thinking, I got a dog and I can't bring it anywhere. I can't just go walking into a Macy's with
Weighs
my
95
dog.
pounds.
Well, that's my point. But why should weight make a difference? Like, if I had a really fat cat, I couldn't bring it in, but if I had a smaller
That's
cat, I could bring it in.
And we had a makeup
It's
artist
weight
who used to
discrimination.
hold the dog while she was making us up.
We had a makeup artist who used to hold, in one hand was the dog, in the other hand was the kissing potion I demanded. Because, it was the MTV days.
Yeah.
Had a look going.
Yeah.
I had a little of that Adamant vibe going. But the point is at a certain point, I had to tell her to put the goddamn dog down. She was bothering people. And she could only work with one hand because she had to hold the Pekingese with the other. But here's all I'm saying. Either you can bring a dog on a plane or you can't. Either you can bring a dog in a theater or you can't. Either you can bring a dog in a market or you can't.
If you can bring it, size shouldn't matter.
Why does Paris Hilton's crappy Chihuahua get to go everywhere and my crappy fat lab doesn't get to go with me? And then I just realized, if you can carry it, you can bring it. So if I take this fat lab of mine, which now, my dog's now funny because its head is the size of a baseball, but the rest of its body is massive. It's awesome.
Gained a lot of weight.
Put a lot of weight on, and it's so funny that when it lays on its side, its paws don't even really come together; they just stick out.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, it looks like someone knocked over a sawhorse.
Right.
Just
A sausage with legs.
if you just took a pinata, knocked it on its side, it just laid there on its side. That's why my dog doesn't look like it's laying down. It looks like it tipped over. Looks like someone's got a forklift to get it back on its feet. But if I would just carry this dog everywhere, it would be awesome. And that would be it. I'm carrying it. It's a lap dog.
What are you gonna do?
I don't care. It's 80 pounds. It's going on my lap.
As Stewie says, though, if it bends a biscuit,
That's
it's
right.
a little more to contend with.
Well, that's true. Kelly,
Yes.
you're 24.
Yes.
What's up?
Hi. First, I just want to say that I am a person who fears intimacy, and I sort of hit an emotional wall when it comes to guys, like being close.
Well, you know what that means to us.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't.
Dad left. Dad died.
Dad was abusive.
What happened?
No,
Dad died.
actually,
Dad left. Dad
Dad
was abusive.
No, well, he was pretty hardcore.
Yeah, that's called abusive.
Yes, and I was adopted. I did spend like the first 7 years with my mother, and then I was adopted.
Wait, whoa. Hang on a
That's
second.
devastating.
Yeah, you were with your biological mother for 7 years and then adopted?
Yes.
And you never knew your biological father?
No, I did. I very much had my biological father and his brother and his wife adopted me. So I was adopted within the family. So I grew up with my dad. So I had.
Where'd your mom go?
My mom was nutty, and so she moved to San Francisco. But I did used to see her and come and visit, and I had connections.
So you had a horrible mom who abandoned you, and then an abusive, difficult father.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why would you have trouble with intimacy? I don't understand.
Yeah, get over it, girl, and move on.
Well,
Yeah, of course,
so I
Kelly.
moved
My God.
You got to pick yourself up by your own bootstraps, and you got to walk
No,
it.
here's the way it goes. You got to choose to be
You
closer
gotta
to
choose
people.
to be close to people and put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, no, Kelly, it's impossible. Those mechanisms don't develop with that kind of abuse and abandonment.
If you ain't
I
moving
moved-
forward, you're going backward, or you're standing
moved
still,
here
or moving
3
forward
years
slowly,
ago.
or just kind of
live with-
creeping backwards.
I moved here 3 years ago.
What?
Move
Yeah.
where?
I moved here 3 years ago to live with my mother.
Oh,
only
smart.
to find out that she came out that she was a lesbian. And I sort of panicked a little bit and thought, oh, my God, am I? Even though I have always fantasized about men, I fantasized about my wedding day and stuff like that. I've had a couple attractions to women, and I've kissed them, but I've never
All
thought
right,
of
Kelly,
that.
quiet down. Here's what's going on. Your mom's a nutcase. I don't know if she did. It seems like someone who had a problem with substance abuse if they actually leave their 7-year-old and move away. But maybe she just has mental illness.
It sounds like bipolar, addiction, sexual abuse history.
Yes.
That's that combo.
Your mom was definitely sexually abused.
Yes, definitely, she was.
Right.
All
And,
right.
and she's
So,
got a drug issue. Wait. Kelly. And she's got a drug issue and some bipolar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're describing is that person.
Okay, so, by the way, it doesn't even say that on the screen, Drew. How would we know?
Magical. All people are the same, Adam. How dare you?
Everyone's the same.
Question.
Everyone's the same.
Well, Kelly, the point is
I don't care about your question.
we know what
My
you're dealing
question
with.
is really important to me, though.
I know, but we don't care that much about it.
What's your question?
Okay. I started going out, I met this guy when I moved here. He's about 12 years older than me, and I tried dating him. We had a good friendship. He had a lot of money, and he showed me around the city.
What's your question?
I wasn't into him sexually, and I was intimidated and uncomfortable with him. And after about 2 years, when we would fight, he would start calling me a lesbian. And I kind of feel that I didn't have a soul mother figure, that I'm a little uncertain on my feminine side.
No, Kelly, you're uncertain on your identity entirely because you didn't have the kind of support and nurturance you need to figure out what you are, who you are, and particularly who you are in a relationship. And so when some a-hole who you really are not in love with calls you names, you go, oh, maybe that's what I am, because you really don't know what you are. You have very poor boundaries and very pure sense of self.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
look, you got to...
You need therapy.
You got to work on this, Kelly.
And your mom's a mess. Don't try to
Well, I mean,
redeem her.
None of this has anything to do with your sexual...
To be suppressed and for my sexuality to change so drastically.
None of this has anything to do with your sexual orientation. All of this has to do with intergenerational transmission of trauma.
Do you think my mother is a lesbian? I mean, or do you think that she's just crazy nutty and needs that?
Kelly,
yeah.
Would you shut up for a second? You got to rap, baby. You got to reel it in a little bit. Well, stop your rap because you're rapping your ass off and you don't listen to anybody.
Okay.
Your family's an abortion. It's a disaster, and your mom is the spearhead of that abortion and disaster. All right. Don't worry about her. If this was an insurance case, she would be totaled out.
Her sexual orientation has nothing to do with yours. Unless she suddenly acts out, and she had acted out on you as a kid and sexually abused you, then it would have an impact on you.
You get yourself some therapy and do some work on your horrible childhood, and everything else will magically come into focus.
Right.
Thank you.
Elizabeth, yes?
D'accord.
Yeah.
French for I agree.
No, Drew just dropped the load this short. He loves French. He loves everything. Oh, college.
Hey, I am still looking for my television program, women who've had difficulty with sexual performance problems from medication. Now, no, Chris is going to be on the show, don't worry. Mm-hmm. And birth control pills. All
right, you ready?
Yeah.
Keep on. And let me just explain something. We got to take a break. But everyone says, you don't answer the question. Let the person answer the question. Here's the deal. I've been here for too long to wait through everyone's crap. I know what the problem is. We know what the problem with Kelly was the second she called. Mm-hmm. I don't care what her question. No, she's not a lesbian. And we can't answer that question anyway.
Right.
She was an abuse victim. She needs to look into that.
Right.
Here's the thing. Everybody wants to put wallpaper up on rotted walls. is really what it is. And they're saying to me as a contractor, someone who knows about houses, I want to put wallpaper up, and they're explaining, they're describing a house whose walls are crumbling.
Let's talk about the wallpaper.
And I'm saying, no. You got to take it down to the studs. You got to put a vapor barrier up. You got to hang some more sheetrock. Prime it and tape it and mud it, and then you can. And they're like, well, I'm asking a wallpaper question. And everyone's like, well, just answer the wallpaper question. No, I'm not gonna. It's a waste of my time. You're asking so-called experts how to do this. We're going to explain it to you. But it's not wallpaper.
It doesn't even make sense to talk about the wallpaper.
That's what I'm saying. That's what that is. And we get a lot of wallpaper questions, and we got to get it back to the Bear Studs.
There
yes,
you go.
Drew?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Bear Studs.
Bear Studs. That'd be a good Vegas review.
Yeah.
Adam Carolla in Bear Studs on ice. Ladies, line up.
On ice.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Studs on ice.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Makes the nipples pointy, but it's tough on the junk.
Well, you've got all that extra insulation.
On my nipples?
No, you got it there too, but the hair and stuff.
I don't have that much. I don't have a real hairy chest. I don't have the hairy or my back either. But do get a little around the ass.
Just a little. Just a little.
All right, Drew. Do you ever? Drew must be in love with Elisabeth, by the way, because he never talks about my hairy ass until a beautiful young lady.
Oh, is that right?
Studio.
Is that true?
Drew, you got to think. You tell you. Drew likes Elisabeth. I mean, look, it's healthy.
Hey,
there's nothing wrong with that.
I appreciate it.
You're both, God's creatures.
I like Drew.
The interesting thing is my wife likes her too, though. How's
Let's
that
keep
work?
that in the equation there.
Your wife would bring Elisabeth into the bedroom. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
That's why she wants the picture.
Yeah. No, and then kick Drew's ass right out. That's what I'm saying.
Could happen.
Elisabeth Harnois is here tonight. She is from Point Pleasant, Thursday nights, 9 o'clock on Fox. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. Madam, that's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Elisabeth Harnois here tonight. Let's call her Harnois, which is much more attractive sounding than Harnois.
That's the way it looks when you look at it.
But this is the French pronunciation?
Yeah, that's the French pronunciation.
So is Harnois...
Just to add to the snobbery of...
Yes, very upper crust.
Here's a good Wesleyan, Arnois.
I'm just trying to keep a theme evening.
Riverside.
Wow.
How oxymoronic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's called overcompensation, Drew.
It must be.
Yeah, I went to junior college, but I learned that word early. Elisabeth is in a little something called Point Pleasant. Drew and Drew's wife's favorite show. Drew's wife sent Drew armed with a Canon camera.
I mean, have you ever seen me in here with a camera?
No, I have not.
It's never happened.
No.
We've yet to use it. But.
And she, as a devil, as a Satan, kills doctors.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
And priests.
Fox, by the way, Thursday nights, 9 o'clock. All right.
And let me be honest, I hate devil shows. You know what I mean? We grew up in the 70s when everything was about the devil.
Yeah.
And I like this show.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. But love those devil songs where they compare the woman to the devil.
Witchy,
devilly, rambling woman. I fixed the coffee maker, by the way.
It's called Instant now, right?
No. I thickened it up. I worked it out. Yeah. Oh.
I don't want to know what you did to thicken it up, but
He changed the way the water goes into them.
I just added a little flour.
Right.
Yeah, I changed the
flour.
a little flour. It's gravy now.
Here's my point. I ain't the janitor, but I knew before I looked at it there had to be a little regulator switch on the back of the thing. Sure enough, there was. And Drew, what'd it take me? 9 seconds?
Maybe 12.
Maybe 12?
To see it all coming out the way you wanted it, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. That's what I talk about. Radio. Like, here's the thing. You think TV people are stupid. Wait till you meet radio people. Colossally dumb.
Ow.
Yeah, mega dumb. Yeah, not Chris.
Thanks, buddy.
Immediately look at the other side of the room.
No. No, he's. But look, here's the whole thing. Here's my estimation. If you are not, if you're like a 40-watt bulb, come on out to radio. You'll be hailed as a genius. It'll be perfect.
Running the place, no?
Yeah, don't go somewhere and don't become a garbage man or something and be called stupid. Come out to the radio, you'll be a genius. Again, present company excluded. Bob?
Hello.
25?
Yep. Ideally, would it be better to smoke marijuana or ingest it like pop brownies?
Ideally, in what sense? You mean in terms of avoiding potential adverse medical consequences?
Such as bronchitis, asthma?
Yeah. Obviously, if you eat it, you'll avoid the bronchitis. But if you smoke it, you've got something that's more difficult to dose. It's slower onset.
You eat it, you mean?
What'd I say?
Smoke it.
If you smoke. If you eat it, it's slower onset, higher levels of intoxication usually.
Yeah.
And lasts a lot longer and more difficult to control. And you don't get the bronchitis. Elizabeth hates eating the pot brownies. It's just only the bong.
Yeah.
And and the higher the dose, and to some extent, the more rapidly that dose is achieved. But primarily with pot, the higher the dose, the more the neurological effects. So pot brownie, while you might avoid the bronchitis, you may end up with more of the addiction and more of the neurological problems.
Here's the thing about the pot brownie. It's a train that doesn't stop for about 5 hours. Yeah. And sometimes you're really enjoying the view. Other times you'd like to get off after about an hour, and you can't. It's going too fast. You know what I'm saying, brother? Oh, yeah.
Is it THC, is it like a poison to our bodies? Is it like bad for our liver? Like either way, you smoke it or ingest it?
Bob, you keep wanting not to address the fact that it's bad for your brain. And that's the one thing you can't avoid.
So it is. So not only is it bad for our brain, it's also bad for like our organs, like the liver too.
No, not liver. It's the lung thing, the bronchitis.
Bob, nosh away.
And
all right. See you at the JC.
How about the eyes? Why does it get red? Is it because we just stare and don't blink?
No. There's vasodilatation.
Hold on. Now I'm going. Junior college, Bob?
High school.
Oh, high school.
No junior college.
Still in high school? What are you working on?
GED.
GED?
Or that diploma you get for high school. What is it? The GDE. I don't even know the abbreviation for it.
Were you in jail or something for a while?
What was that?
Bob's BS.
I know. Were you in jail or something for a while?
It's the GED, though. Can you please point that out?
A criminal.
Not a criminal.
Wait, you're 25.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think the marijuana got to me.
All right. Well, keep eating that weed. I think it's bogus.
Yeah, it sounds bogus. Yeah.
But you don't know about the eyes? Is it just because we don't blink, or is it just...
No, it's nothing about not blinking. There's a vasodilatation of the vessels in the eyes.
Oh. Yeah. Bob was uber creepy.
Yeah.
Like super creep.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. He's one of these guys that freaks chicks out and doesn't know why.
He reminds me of the guy that stole a head.
Yeah, remember that guy?
Yeah.
He stole a head from the morgue.
Do you think that was authentic?
Here's the whole thing about that.
You guys can tell pretty quickly.
It could have been both. It could have been a super creepy guy making a bogus phone call.
Yeah, well, clearly creepy, but whether it was an actual story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nicole?
Hello? Me?
You're 18? Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. Okay, wow, I can't believe I'm talking to you guys. I listen to you every night. You're my favorite.
Thanks.
I have a friend. Well, he was my boyfriend for a long time, but we're still, like, pretty good friends, and he's coming home from college for spring break. And my prediction is that he's probably going to want to have sex, and I will too, but I don't know how.
If I need a little more information. Were you guys sexually active when you were boyfriend-girlfriend?
Yeah.
Why did you break up?
Because he went off to college.
Is he having another girlfriend out there?
He says no, but then I think he has a girl that he has sex with a lot. And so,
all right. And has he put you on notice he's coming out here and expecting to be sexual with you?
No, I just kind of expect it.
Is it something you want to do?
Kind of, but then also at the same time I don't because...
All right. Mm-hmm. What is your question then?
My question is, I don't, should I? I mean, like, do you think it's
Hold on a second. Do we have any kind of screening process on this show? Phone screener Brian, we have not had a call from a chick with big cans in like 9 years on this godforsaken show. It's like a homework hotline and a Tiger Beat forum here. I got a guy we used to date. He's coming home soon. I kind of want to have sex with him, but kind of not, too. So my question is, should I kind of have sex with him or not kind of have sex with him? Is he having sex with someone else? He says he's not, but I think maybe, who cares? You're 18. He's your old boyfriend. You want to get with him, get with him. We need some calls.
Yes.
No big jugs. Nothing. What? Phone screener Brian, are you allergic to big cans? Is that what it is? We used to get big can calls on this show. We never get them anymore.
I will do my best to conjure them up out of thin air.
Please summon them.
What's the question about them?
What's
Should
the big can
should
called?
they be reduced?
Anything.
Oh, just about boobs
Something.
in general?
Yes.
Something.
Yes.
All right.
Something to entertain Adam.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. 18-year-olds who don't know where to hump their boyfriend for the 393rd time or just keep it at 392.
I say, Nicole, you keep it at 392 because you're not going to go anywhere with this unless you really just feel you can keep it as an isolated incident and not get attached to the guy. Then go ahead.
Nicole.
Yeah.
Sorry Drew was so hard on you. You need to find a guy. You're something's going on. You have a big ass? What's going on? Something's going on with you.
I don't have a big ass.
All right. Why don't you find yourself a nice guy in the city that you live in and have a relationship?
I don't know. I guess I could.
Yeah, do that.
I think there'll be more. I think you haven't gotten over this guy yet. The guy that's coming home.
No, because he dumped you.
Yeah.
And
No.
He took off.
Him going to
Yeah,
college.
he took off, but he didn't. Yeah. Okay.
No, he broke up with you.
He's done. Where's he in college?
Cal Poly.
Look, here's the thing. You're not terribly far apart. Here's what I'm saying. Drew, you're 19, 18, 19
And
year
you're
old
really
guy.
into the girl.
You're really head over. You got Elisabeth over
and
here.
She's going to Wesley and whatever. You'd figure out a way to do it.
You're building a monorail to her dorm room.
Right.
I would build one of those slides that they would use on Wild Wild West.
Yes.
One of those cables with the pulley
hook,
on it.
yes.
Sliding. That's how you know it was sex time. You'd be like watching TV. You're in the distance. Uh-oh.
It comes out. Coming in feet first and feet out.
Feet first. Oh, the roommate opens the window, just go flying right through, slide right through the room, right into the dorm.
And that's from Wisconsin.
That's all the way into Wisconsin. Is that where Wesleyan
That's
is?
in Connecticut.
Connecticut. Pow.
From Los Angeles.
From Los Angeles. I built the cable. Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know how attractive that pulley cable thing was. And there used to be a lot of that.
Well, James West did it all the time.
Yeah, but anytime a guy got trapped on a roof, it was like, how do I get off the roof? And then he would take his tie or take a strap, his belt.
MacGyver.
He'd throw it around a phone wire or something. There's magically some wire going from the roof down the ground. Throw the belt around the thing. And here's the other thing about TV shows and movies. When people install lighting fixtures such as chandeliers, they basically put them up there to hold their own weight. It's not good enough for you to dive off of from the third story, grab, fight it out with another guy, and then swing over to the second story balcony on.
Right.
Go into your kitchen, try hanging on the light fixture, see how that goes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all coming off.
I mean, immediately.
No, I built houses. I don't even want you opening doors I've hung. You start swinging on stuff and hanging on stuff and jumping on stuff, it's coming right down.
Yep.
Yeah. But somehow, the chandeliers especially, pow, you do a lot of swing on those until you have to shoot it and have it drop on the guy. Then one shot
then
brings it down.
Easy.
Yeah, even though there's a chain and a wire theoretically running through it. That's another move. Pow, you fire the thing, chandelier comes down, and it just captures you all like it's the band on a barrel. All locked in, can't get out of the chandelier. Still in the chandelier.
No quicksand. Same
all
thing.
right, let's...
Here's a boob call for you.
Oh, everyone in her family has giant boobs. Why doesn't she? How dare you, Brian? Yeah, let's see. Meg? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Meg, you tried to bail Adam out, right? That's why you're calling?
Yeah?
Yeah. Just to make
Everybody in your family has big boobs.
Yeah, like all my aunts and stuff, and my mom, my sister, everyone.
Oh, hold on. Her big boobs are causing her low back pain. Now the mind... The mind reels at how many big boobs phone screener Brian sent packing over the last 5 years.
Oh, that in 3 seconds we get three calls?
I make the decree we need more big boob calls, and hence the big boob calls.
Now you're angry. You're driving down the street to talk
Now
about
I'm angry. Yeah. Before I was PO'd. Now I'm livid. All right. So Jessica, we gotta have a serious talk, Brian. Jessica,
Yes.
23.
Yes.
Big boobs are causing lower back pain.
Well, I don't know. I've just been having lower back pain lately, and I do have big boobs.
What are you coming in at?
Depends on the bra brand, but it's a D or a double D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What number?
Bouncy.
Ooh. Elizabeth, very
What
casual
number?
about that. Yeah.
36.
Mm-hmm. All right. How's the rest of you doing?
Pretty good.
Mm-mm. Little beat there. I'll tell you, she's
No,
calling
it's
from
good. It's
Boise.
good.
Oh, really? Because I tacked on 10 pounds for the beat. I tacked on a 12 for the Boise.
Yeah,
And,
but you know what? I work at Gold's Gym.
oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but, a lot of people, a high percentage of gym owners smoke, for instance.
Right.
So this could just be one of those things. Huh. What do you do over there? Refill the vending machines?
No, I work in the kids club.
Okay.
I
All right.
babysit the kids.
How tall are you?
I am 5'9".
How much you weigh?
150.
150. Hold on, I got to do the radio math. 5'9", 150.
That's good.
Carry the 5.
That's good.
Yeah.
Drew,
Yep.
what's 1 times 3?
3.
3, and then 1 times 9?
9.
So 1 times anything is what that number
That's
is. Okay.
Remember Tim, Tom Burbain had that great mathematical formula he used?
Yeah.
Using partial differentials for you.
There's a guy who spent $15,000 to come over here and sit in on the show. But ironically, now he's back in...
He's in Pioneer
college.
Valley. He's in Massachusetts.
All right, here's my point. We got to take a break.
Yeah.
But then we're going to get back with Jessica.
You'll calculate her actual...
I will do the radio math on her 5'9", 150.
I think that's pretty good.
Elizabeth
think she's
Harnois.
probably-
That's what she admits on the radio, though. The actual
Hey,
calculation.
does it matter really though? It's just for you, right?
It's for
Good point. Good point.
It's just the mental image that you're creating.
Well, how dare you? And let me say this: I am an artist, and the radio is my canvas, and our listeners are the viewers at my art exhibition.
Yeah, you got to get them to see your
You want the
vision.
truth.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. All right. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Yeah. Ready? Yeah. Ready?
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191er. Tonight, we're sitting here with Elisabeth Harnois.
Hello.
Who you knew as Elisabeth Harnois for the first half of the show. But I've learned, I've changed, I've moved on. You can find her on Point Pleasant on Fox Thursday nights, 9 o'clock. Drew and his old lady sit back and rub one out every week to this show.
Rub one out.
They love this show. Drew's such a fan, he brought his camera in.
Yeah.
And look, if you would have come in here complaining about the Jews and spitting tobacco, Drew still would have been enamored. But now with the French last name and the Wesleyan College, Drew is over the moon. Can't get enough. Yeah.
Well,
I'm into you too, don't get me wrong.
glad. Well,
yeah.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here. I love the show. It's fun.
Everyone's into you. And your
Everyone
boyfriend,
in this room, all three of us.
Chris, is into you. That's right.
Yeah, I'm into her.
Boyfriend, not good enough for you. I've decided
Oh, I'm
this.
sorry.
Yeah,
How old are you?
it's
I'm
unfortunate.
25.
Mm-hmm. How old is he?
He's 34.
Ooh. Maybe he's got some...
Okay, no analyzing me.
Too late. Done and done.
And you live out here?
Yeah. Well, we both moved from New York.
You guys met in New York.
Producer or struggling something?
I
Musician.
allow him to have his privacy about who he is and what he does. 'cause,
We must know his name then.
No, you don't, actually.
No,
but-
then who cares?
No, he's just a shy one.
Musician?
That's how he wants it.
Artist.
Who cares?
Artist of some type? Musician?
Somewhat. No.
No?
No.
Creative.
In the shower, maybe.
But not in the business, huh? In the industry? Uh-oh.
Somewhat.
Producer.
Yeah,
Producer. Who's driving that Jag out there in the parking lot, by
That's
the way?
what I was wondering. I saw that too.
It's not mine.
No.
Not yet.
All right. Because that would be
maybe
it for
someday.
Drew. He would plot.
One more.
Is that what that's called?
Drew would officially plots if that was your Jag out in that parking lot. Yeah. I'd do like a little pica plots, but I wouldn't fully plots. I would just crown.
You haven't that much juice left from your usual daily plotsing.
I've not plotted off yet today. Thank you very much. Been very busy.
We got 1 minute. Let's finish with
1
Jessica.
minute?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, Jessica.
Oh, yeah, boobs.
Yeah, boobs. Yeah. Jessica.
Yes.
All right, so 23, big jugs.
You did the radio math, and the answer is?
I see 5'9", 150. I have 5'8", and 13, 16, so almost 5'9".
Oh, good. She was close.
161.
Okay. All right, so here's the deal, Jessica. The low back pain, you work with children. Are you lifting and that sort of thing? It has to be. Yeah, it has to be. You're lifting kids, you're lifting equipment around. So, and you are somewhat overweight, which is not good for your back either way. So,
hey, you have to consider that the boobs are big. They weigh a lot.
Yeah. That's good for an extra 2.5 pounds.
I'm not saying she's fat or that she's obese, but she's enough that it could affect her low back kinesiology.
What is the
You
good
think should be
I'm
around?
very in shape. I work out on a regular basis.
Muscle weighs more than fat. So.
That's fine. I'm not being critical. I'm just saying that what I'm saying is I'm accumulating other possibilities of why you might be having the low back pain.
Mm-hmm.
That typically with the breast, it's neck and shoulder pain, deep bra strap grooves, that sort of thing, curvature of the back and neck.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, low back can be
that
part.
too, but the low back pain has been worse.
All right, so here's the thing, Jessica. You can consult a plastic surgeon. I'm sure there are tons of them in Boise. You can't swing a cat without hitting a plastic surgeon in Boise.
Yeah, one or two.
My point is, first maybe see a physical therapist about dealing with the back.
Why don't you talk to somebody at the gym?
Yeah.
And ask one of the trainer guys, give me a good exercise to strengthen the lower back, and you do that one. See how it goes for a while. And I sound like a puss, but do a lot of stretching.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang upside down, do all that stuff. It's really good for your back, Do all that yoga there. Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break. We'll be back for a nice long set after this. Hey, everybody. Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE. 191.
We're giving Adam some education about education tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We've double teamed him.
Yeah.
Yes,
awesome.
we did.
Elizabeth Harnois is here. She is from Point Pleasant, Thursday nights, 9 o'clock on Fox. Drew's wife has her picked as one of the breakout stars of the millennium.
Of the millennium, yeah.
Who else did she call, just so I can...
Jim Carrey.
Cool.
We used to watch Living Color, and she'd go, that white guy. I'm telling you, that guy's going to be a huge star. I'm like, that goofy white guy? What are you talking about?
She picked him 9 months ago.
No. It's got to know it. She picked him early in the Living Color run. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Hey.
One out of...
I think she'd use
she picks him.
She picks him. All right, cool. Well, I appreciate it.
You'd think she'd use a little of that radar before she got married, you know what I mean?
Well, she had to hone it.
All right.
Took a little while.
All right. Tim?
Yeah.
You're 14?
Yeah.
Tim. Boy, we got vivacious callers tonight, Adam.
I'll tell you, reel it in, would you? It's late.
A 600-pound woman who was 40 years old.
Oh, hold on a second. We're doing a little, you know what it is? We're doing a little something called Germany or Florida. You guys tell us the bizarre story, and we guess, is it Germany or is it Florida?
Where the story comes from. That's where all the weird stuff comes from.
I think our screeners tell them, and when I say screeners, I mean screener, who's allergic to big cans, evidently, just tells them, get to the story.
Yeah.
Which sometimes they do a little too good a job of, but they don't even say hi. They're just like, a 56-year-old man. Okay. Tim?
A 600-pound...
Hang on, Tim. Hang on a second. 1 second.
Wow.
1 second. I want to hear the Germany or Florida theme song. I haven't heard it in weeks.
I do miss the Germany or Florida theme song. Anderson, are you poised? Are you ready? All right.
He's drunk tonight, I think.
Drunk?
No,
He's at least drunk.
I got a pen in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Things are sick and twisted from too much sun and Nazis. Sex, meth, and death fetishes. Both of them have got these. Guaranteed not to bore ya. Germany or Florida.
There we go. Tim?
Okay, go.
Go.
A 600-pound woman who was 40 years old and was literally stuck to her couch was having trouble breathing. Authorities estimate she'd been on the couch anywhere from 2 to 5 years. Fire and rescue crews faced what seemed to be an impossible mission Everyone going inside had to wear protective gear. The stench was so powerful they had to blast in fresh air. They couldn't get her out the front door, and they had to cut plywood since a normal stretcher wouldn't work. An ambulance was too small, so they brought in a trailer to get her out. Using the planks, they loaded the woman on the trailer, still attached to the couch. Removing her would be too painful since her body was grafted to the fabric. After years of staying put, her skin would literally become one with the sofa, and it had to be surgically removed. She was taken to the hospital where doctors removed her from the couch, but she died in spite of all the attempts to save her life.
Tragic.
There are a lot of stories like that out there.
Yeah.
I had one when I was a resident. The woman was about 500 pounds, similar. And overnight, she diuresed 100 pounds. Like fluid. We got 100 pounds of fluid off her. She was in the heart failure.
When you brought her in?
We brought her in. We got her off the furniture and stuff. And the furniture bores into them. The springs and things, when they have springs, bore into their body and stuff.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I was going to ask how that
it's
works.
like Nightmare on Elm Street.
And there's oftentimes little vermin and stuff living around. And,
Okay.
Don't listen to Drew. He's lying.
And anyway, this one woman, we had to get special bed equipment and stuff, these special beds, because they should literally break the regular bed. But the interesting thing was we got 100 pounds of fluid off her overnight.
Well, how do you get 100 pounds of fluid off her?
That's the interesting question with the powerful diuretic. But I had
Why do you give her a powerful?
She was in
diuretic?
heart failure. She was in heart failure.
So if someone is having heart failure,
you need to get the fluid off. Yeah, give them a diuretic.
Because their heart is working too hard with fluid?
As a pump, it's not working. It's over the too much burden. Too much volume. Too much pressure and volume in the ventricle.
Is it because the blood has a higher content of fluid?
Why did she get? Well,
I mean, why is the pump
because the
working
pump starts failing, so it's not pumping enough forward and starts backing up behind.
Right, but why does the extra fluid in the person cause that to do it?
It causes the pump because the heart has stretch forces in it. It has the muscle fibers have to cross optimally, and if you stretch them too far apart with volume and pressure,
right,
the muscle can't pump it forward, and it even gets worse. So
there's too much pressure around it.
No, inside in the ventricle.
Oh, but here's what I'm saying. The heart, the blood is passing through the heart, right?
And here's it's optimally performing when the muscle is crossing, muscle fibers are crossing.
Right. I'm asking if you have a lot of extra fluid in you,
that starts pulling that apart.
Will you have extra blood in you?
No.
There's the same amount of blood.
Yeah.
Does a 500-pound person have 7 pints of blood just like a 110-pound person? Elizabeth is shaking her head. Drew, you better be right here.
I'm saying I'm sure that's not right.
You got to have more, right?
Yeah. You got what's called a larger volume
and
distribution.
Does a dehydrated person have a lesser volume of blood than a person that's hydrated?
You're talking about blood. Or what's circulating fluid? Yes, there's less circulating fluid. Okay. There may be not necessarily more red blood cells.
Right. Well, I just mean if you drain somebody of blood that was dehydrated, you would get less volume than if that same person was well hydrated a week later.
Yes, less volume. Yes.
All right. So, all right. It's still not totally clear on the 100 pounds of fluid, although it makes sense to get it out of them.
The fluid starts exuding into the rest of the body as a bump accumulates behind the pump, and the more fluid, the less the pump is able to do its thing. So more fluid accumulates. Point being, I had a 100-pound little resident or medical student with me. I'm like, hey, she diuresed you overnight.
That came out of her.
Yeah,
where does
one of you came out.
Where does it go into, by the way? If it's catheterized?
Yeah, they're catheterized. Yeah.
What else do they arise?
You just dump the bag regularly, and the bag just takes multiple liters of fluid.
Is it all come out the urethra?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's good times.
I'll tell you. Do tell.
Good times.
All right. So Tim says, is it Germany or Florida?
So for some reason, although it sounds totally Florida, and I know that's happened in Florida, I want to say Germany.
All right. Elizabeth?
I say Florida.
I say Florida, too, because I think I heard this story a couple weeks or months back. Tim?
Sorry, Drew. It's Florida.
All right. There we go.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right. Thanks.
Mr. Instinct, they called him in high school. All right, Tim. Thanks for calling out. You'll get nothing. All right. Fantastic. So you actually start growing onto the sofa, and then they peel you off.
The skin breaks down just a mess.
Here's the whole thing. They're doing all this stuff where it's like, oh, we have to make special airline seats. We have to make special stretchers and special hospital beds. Let's just go ahead and start making them. People are big. I mean, just make everything heavy duty, make everything huge now.
Because everyone's supersized?
I just have this I'm telling you, I have this feeling that it's a lot of the sweatpants and jogging suits mixed with the huge Escalade-size SUVs of this. You will grow into your environment. No, you will.
We're going to fill our vehicles.
So they
clothing.
Well, they tell you a goldfish will get as big as the bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Well said. Yes. Yes.
No, here's the thing. Honestly, here's the deal. Put a pair of jeans on that are a little bit snug and go out about your day.
You don't want to go eat.
The entire day you're thinking, boy, I got to lose 10 pounds.
You're right.
I got to lose 10 pounds. And when you sit down for lunch in these tightish jeans, and I do it, they're not comfortable, but the ladies demand it. So I will pack myself into some of these. Chemin de Fer, usually, sometimes Zeppelin. And the point is I will pack myself in these tight jeans because, again, I'm recognizable. People expect a certain...
What was the other one? Start with an F. That one?
I can't say that. Let's see. There's Jordache.
Jordache, yeah, that was the big one.
Oh, okay. Not with an F.
But there was another one. Like a Ferrari kind of thing.
All right. Here's my point. Put on a pair of snug fitting jeans and go about your day. See what you eat for lunch. Then the next day, throw on some sweatpants or just some something with elastic in it
and drive your lunch in an Escalade.
And hop in the Escalade, and we'll see how many times you pass through the drive-thru. And I'll tell you, you see some of the brothers that are like 400 pounds, and all they do is wear the Sean John sweat outfit and drive the Escalade with the 22-inch rims. It's unlimited the size they'll get to. Plus, they're black. They never look bad. They just get they get scarier.
They're just
impressive. Black guys that get big turn into bouncers. White dudes who get big turn into chicks.
Yes,
they turn into your mom's friends.
Pink chicks.
Yeah, it's like some friend of your mom's from the choir class. Yeah, so that's my point. My point is we're growing into our larger environments. You get into a sports car, you'll feel the seat on your ass, right and left side. Mm-hmm. And when your ass starts getting fat, you'll every mile you'll feel it.
Yeah.
You pack into some. That's why we didn't have.
So you're telling me to go on a diet? Is that what you're saying?
You got the sports car, and you're wearing the tight jeans tonight, probably just because Elizabeth's coming in. But look
ladies
back.
Demand it.
All right, go back to the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. All the chicks wearing the spandex, the guys wearing the designer jeans, chicks wearing the tube tops. Guys, you didn't see a bunch of lardos at the disco in 1979.
No, they all looked like Travolta.
You had to
Travolta 22.
You had to keep a tight ass, pack it into those designer jeans. Now, hop right into that sweat outfit, boom. You balloon up. Oh, yeah.
It's good times.
Mm-hmm. And then here's what you can do. Now, if you do wear the tight jeans and you're eating, you're forced to, that's humiliating, undo one of the buttons, and that's when you know you got a problem.
Yeah.
All right? Everyone, pack yourself into some tight jeans and see how fast you lose the weight. Paul?
Yes.
And get yourself like a nice mini or clown car. We should all wear tight designer jeans and drive Shriners cars.
Shriners. Love
Heads
that.
hanging out of the sunroof. Beep. Yeah?
Perfect.
You'd never get fat. But pile into that Escalade feels like you're not big enough.
Right.
You get into one of these Escalades or excursions, and you're like, I got to put some weight on. I'm not filling this car out. All right. Paul?
Yes.
24?
Yes.
What's up?
Okay, my question is, how is it that I can lower my sex drive to accommodate my girlfriends?
Girlfriends?
Mine's generally higher, and hers is generally lower.
What are you guys actually doing?
Oh, girlfriends.
Excuse me?
How often are you having sex with her?
Well, at first it was like every other day, and then just like for the past couple months, she's been having maybe once a week or not even that.
How long have you been dating?
About 6 months.
Yeah, Is she on birth control pills?
Yes.
Is she maybe having a sex drive problem from that?
I guess it's a possibility.
I mean, that's I've been calling for that all night as women that have that because it's a common thing. Depo-Provera shot does that all the time. People get vaginal dryness, no sex drive. Some other birth control pills you take by mouth can do the same thing, and certainly antidepressant medicines can do it.
Uh-huh.
Is she on any medication?
For obsessive compulsive disorder, I believe.
All right. And what's the medication she's on? Prozac is one of the leading medications for OCD.
Uh-huh.
And other serotonin drugs like Luvox. What's she on?
I'm not even sure.
All right, well, that's where her sex drive is going, is down with that. So you might want to talk to her doctor about changing medication, something that doesn't affect her sexuality so much. And or, once, twice a week is about normal. Maybe you ought to just kind of take care of yourself the rest of the week if you really care about your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but is it possible to lower a sex drive? That's my question.
Yeah, you can get on Prozac, too.
Yeah.
Prozac.
Yes, it's possible, but it's not something you'd want to mess with.
Well, wait. Do you think there's some sprinkler key in the small of your back that you can just turn counterclockwise? We can reel your spring in a little bit? What do you want to do? What's your plan?
You can take up yoga or become a ninja.
Yeah, well, you lower your sex drive by beating off more often. All right,
or maybe not lower your sex drive, but at least focus it elsewhere.
Well, I don't even, focus it toward the sink.
I think it is important, though, that people that have psychiatric problems and they're on psychiatric meds, that relationships are a key part of happiness in life, getting over psychiatric conditions, and you should discuss that with your prescribing doctor, that it is affecting it, and,
Shouldn't your doctor give you an earful of that before he puts you on those kinds of meds?
You would think it depends how serious the psychiatric problems are. If it's of a life-saving nature or keeps you functioning sort of thing.
But either way, if he's going to prescribe those meds, shouldn't they come with this warning?
You would think.
Do people not listen, or people just don't have time?
I think the people prescribing are so interested in trying to help them with the problem, because it's serious enough. You're seeing a psychiatrist, that later is when they begin to discuss the nuances, the side effects. First, they got to get the syndrome under control. It's just like blood pressure medicine, too. I mean, we're like, hey, we got to get this pressure under control, and then people come back a month later and say, I feel like hell.
I'll tell you, I was looking through the USA Today because...
you were looking at college rankings?
I was looking at pictures. They have color pictures in there. A lot of shiny NASCARs and things like that.
So that you like that?
Yeah.
And pie diagrams?
Well, they got that pie diagram. Let me tell you the pie diagram I saw. I like anything that has the word pie in it, Originally, when I said pie diagram, I said, wow, that's my... And then it turned out didn't actually involve pie. It was just sectioned off like a pie. No one ever told me that. But anyway... They, they do that snapshot in the bottom left-hand corner of the USA Today with the most inane, nonsensical BS you've ever heard in your life, and I've screamed many times. Look, you got nothing. Put a picture of a missing kid.
Yeah.
It's like once in a while you're looking through the funnies, and let's see what's going on Family Circle. 4 frames later, oh, you had nothing. I understood. Oh, you had nothing. You have no joke. Put a missing kid in there. Look, if you got a joke, feel free to write it down. But if you don't pretend like you do. You waste everyone's time. And same thing if you have something interesting. If you have that little snapshot thing in USA Today and there's something interesting in there, by all means print it, except for you never seem to do. Never seem to have anything interesting. They had, a couple days ago, they had people's comfort food. This was a pie diagram of percentage of people and where they get their comfort food. Not what their comfort food is, but where they get it. Here's the part I like. It's like 27% make it, and 43% buy it, and 18% have their mom make it. And then there's that 8% that don't know. Now, here's what I like. It's not that they don't know their comfort food. They don't know where they get it. You don't know where the ho-ho comes from, or you don't know where mom's pineapple cake comes from, or you don't know where it comes from. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Is it in a wrapper?
Did you go to the closet and retrieve it?
Yeah, which would be an answer. I mean, I just like the small percentage of people, and whatever their thing is, they don't.
There's a small percentage that doesn't know.
They don't know, or they don't have an opinion, which is don't include those people.
Don't even put it on
As
the
you and I know, there's so much. People are so primitive. So primitive.
These are like Easter Island primitive. These are
that's a lot of Americans.
Stone. I know, but here's the thing: the idiots over at USA Today should know better.
Yeah.
I like those people. Like, do you like this or do you like that? I like, everyone divides up, and then there's that small percentage like, I don't know, I have no opinion. I don't need to see a percentage of people that have no thoughts. How about you just do that?
How about they just put NA?
That's
8%
right.
NA.
That's right.
Checked out.
Right. Don't know where their comfort food comes from, or don't know what it is, or don't care. But that little snapshot thing is the most colossal, inane waste of time ever. And the only thing that's amusing about it is how goddamn bad it is consistently. But again, you have nothing. Put the missing kid in there. Who's going to complain about that?
Right.
All right, where were we, Drew?
Line 1.
What was I complaining about?
Come on.
What was I talking
Stay
about?
focused.
I was going to try to say something.
Big cans again.
Yeah. Nancy?
Hello?
What's up?
Hey. Is this Adam?
Yeah.
Man, I got to ask you. I've had a couple relationships since I was like a teenager, 6-year ones, right? I'm 30 years old now. I need a hot Jewish, smart, and hates the world.
You, Nancy. You.
Drop the F-bomb.
Ooh.
She needs a hot Jew.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Now
F and smart, she said.
But now she's not Jewish.
Didn't sound it.
Jewish chick wouldn't drop the F-bomb that quickly.
Why does she want somebody Jewish?
I think she's done with the biker, rebel, cowboy phase of her life.
Okay.
And just wants someone with nappy hair who's going to provide.
She figures very few Jewish meth addicts.
Ooh, interesting. She may think I'm a Jew, too.
Yeah.
Nancy?
Yes.
Do you think I'm Jewish?
I've gathered as much. When you guys are hot, you're hot.
All right.
You and your people, Adam.
When you and your people are hot, you're hot.
All right. Hey, Nancy?
Yeah.
Be careful now, sweetie. I don't want you to use the F word again on the air.
Oh, sorry about that.
All right. Now, you're not Jewish yourself?
No, I'm not. I'm German and Irish.
The Irish is coming through.
Yeah, I can hear the slur. You have a kid in the background?
Oh, no, that's a screaming-ass cat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So let's see if we can size you up. You want a nice Jewish guy.
That's funny and smart and hates the world.
Okay, but you do understand I'm not Jewish, right?
Okay, well, yeah, you'll be just fine anyway.
Well, I appreciate you making an exception because you exclusively date just to see them. Drew, how dare you?
I don't know, man. I'm 30 years old. I got to narrow it down.
Jewelers?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a cool
some
girl.
work in
I'm
the
a hot
garment.
girl, and I've messed up a couple times and spent 12 years doing it.
What's this now? What?
You're a hot girl?
Yeah. Yeah, I make clothes. I wear sexy-ass clothes.
Hold on a second. We make a living from reading voices, yes, Drew?
Yeah, and we can be fooled by certain things.
We're fooled about as much as the Indian who puts his ear to the ground and says, iron horse coming, track. Once in a while, that guy gets burned. Turns out it was nothing.
It's an earthquake, yes.
Yeah, but not too often.
No.
Indian ever wrong in a movie?
No.
Let me ask you this scenario, Drew. Has an Indian ever been spooked in the movie and nothing happened?
No.
It's like, what's happening with Squanto? Something evil this way come. Turns out nothing. The next day, everyone's fine. Ever?
Never.
Let me ask you this. Percentage of Indians that are wrong in movies versus Indians that may be wrong in real life.
Ooh.
Oh, there's
a big disparity. That's a pie diagram there.
That's a chasm right there.
Let's see that in USA Today.
Yeah, never wrong in a movie. Real life, make a couple of mistakes.
But with Nancy, it wasn't just the sound of the voice, which already troubled us, but the I'm hot because I wear and make my own sex clothes.
Yeah, because when the chick busts out the bedazzler and puts her initials in the denim stonewash jacket, I'm in. I don't care what she looks like.
Oh, she has the boobs, though, she said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I bet she's wearing part of the sofa, though.
Am I wearing part of the sofa?
Nancy?
Yes.
There may be a thing where you sound so unhot, you have to be hot. Like
Dude, do I sound unhot?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, that's lame.
Okay, how much you weigh?
I weigh 120 pounds.
Mm-hmm. All
I'm
right.
5'9".
5'9". Ooh. What bra size?
Oh, what the hell is it? It's like a 34B.
B, all right. There's the cat again. What do you do? Do you smoke or you dip or what goes on?
I smoke, yes.
Okay.
I am drinking and smoking as we speak.
We get that. We got that. We heard the Irish.
For that. And what do you do for a living?
Well, I make clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you sell them?
I fit the ladies. I make custom lingerie, as a matter of fact.
Sweet. All right. That's good.
I like the ladies looking like hoes. I'll pimp them out.
That's nice. All right.
How about the hose?
You can, you know where you can find yourself a nice Jewish guy?
Right there in the garment area.
I want someone who can talk to me about physics or something, or...
Oh, God. Oh, my God, Nancy. I think we're done with her.
All right, but let me just... She dropped the F-bomb again, but let me just how much stimulating conversation does Nancy,
you can't even refrain from saying
for a living and drop the F-bomb twice on the radio.
She needs to talk about plasma physics. That's where she needs to go.
Yeah. So she's putting down her ninth Mickey's big mouth and lighting one butt, one more off the next butt, and the guy's like, the sun's mainly just, it's all gases. It's burning gas. And she's like, no effing what? You tell me that star we're looking at died millions of years ago and we're just seeing the light that came from a different time? You are assing me. Come here, Moisha. Go down on me. Let me pop my next Mickey's on your payos there. Thank you, champ. Get down here. Pull the beard. Just pick a side with the beard. That's all I'm saying. Getting irritated down below. She sounds like a delight.
Yeah.
All right, I can't help it.
No. You'll kill yourself.
No. Nancy.
Yeah?
Shut up. You can no longer speak on this program because you used the F word twice. Shut up.
I repent for my
Only listen. Just listen to me.
I'm a bad girl.
Listen, you crazy goyam.
Shut up!
Here's your chance. Go on J-Date. They got lots of...
J-Date?
J-Date.
Yeah.
What's that?
I know
What
about
is
that.
that?
Just quiet. Don't talk, Nancy. Just listen. Go on J-Date. Find yourself
J-Date. Is it jdate.com or do you look it up on
I don't know
Google?
what it is. Just go find J-Date. They got a lot of Jews on there. And dye your hair blonde.
I'm a Jew.
I ain't
like
doing
that?
it, baby.
Go dye your hair blonde
I've
and go
had
on
dyed
J-Date.
red hair for 15 years.
All
You're
right,
more of a
okay.
real boy.
She's talking. My God, what a train wreck. She needs stimulating?
Jeez, talk about physics.
How about you start with a guy who doesn't make on the coffee table when he gets drunk? And then we'll work our way up to Ben Stein.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
We'll get there. We'll
eventually get to Ben Stein. Start with the guy who doesn't beat the crap out of you and refer to you as his old lady when he's in front of his friends.
Yeah.
And then we'll work our way up to that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, train wreck. Look, J-Date. Lots of Jewish guys. I'm telling you, go blonde with the hair. Jewish guys love blonde hair. It's like a trout seeing something shiny.
Oh, really? It's like a tractor beam.
They can't not bite. They can't not strike on that. They love blonde hair.
Oh, look at poor Elisabeth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is your man Jewish?
No.
Oh. He'd be over the moon if he was. As it is, he's happy, but he'd be...
He's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing... No. He's doing fine, but he'd be... Whew. Yeah. Get yourself a Jew. You really want to be appreciated. Good Jewish guy. Take a quick break. Be right back after this.
She's awesome.
Yeah, everybody, it's Loveline. That's what I'm talking about. Got to get it on.
Got to.
Woo! No choice but to get on. This close to dropping trow.
Nancy almost made you do that.
I'll drop trow. I will drop trow.
Yeah, you will.
I'll drop trow.
He will, Elizabeth. He will. I don't have the energy for that, Adam.
I'll drop trow. I'll drop trow.
He will. I swear to God. Watch out. He'll do it. He'll do it. He's wild.
Tell
He's
Elizabeth
wild.
I'm wild.
Elizabeth, he will drop trow. I swear to God.
Where won't I drop trow?
No.
Answer nowhere.
Anywhere. Everywhere. There's nowhere you won't.
He will drop
everywhere.
trow.
Right here in the studio, he's wild. He's a radio guy.
If I was riding, I'll drop trow. If I was riding, hold on a second. If I was riding shotgun in the Pope-mobile, I would be dropping trow.
In the Pope-mobile.
He is wild.
In the Pope-mobile.
Yep, and you'd moon the whole...
Press my ass up against that sneeze guard he travels in. Whatever the hell
Bulletproof sneeze guard? Yes.
I was just thinking, what a lovely... to me, the Pope and then traveling in the 3-inch Lexan bulletproof Pope-mobile really says everything you need to know about the time we're living in, religion, and everything else. Here's the Pope, everybody. Now it'll stop anything. 38 caliber and above
missile
or below.
launchers,
It'll stop. Yeah, it's not gonna stop a sidewinder missile, but small arms fire and sniper fire it'll stop. Just does anyone else? Here's why you can't take mushrooms, Drew.
Yeah.
You take mushrooms. You see the 90-year-old guy bent over with the beanie being dragged around in the bulletproof Mercedes with the bubble top on it, and you just start freaking.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yes.
What's going on?
Because you think about it objectively. You think from a distance.
You're from a different planet.
Yeah. You're like an anthropologist from Mars.
Yeah, here's the beauty of drugs and mushrooms, for that matter, especially. I'll tell you, we'll get high in the parking lot after the show. I'll show you my
I wonder
world.
if Asperger's kids, like, some of the people we know on radio, have been described as feeling like they're anthropologists from Mars. I wonder if it feels like you're on mushrooms a lot of the time.
Well, here's,
Is that what it is? It's like a removal from what you're seeing and sort of...
Mushrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the experiences. It's
Drew doesn't know.
You know what it is? It's that everything
cool
is
like
extremely novel. Novelty that the amygdalas are firing off.
Right.
And that's a novelty experience.
Yeah.
But it's also, it's hallucinogenic, so you're clearly...
You're also distorting reality and things, but this novelty experience is the thing that most hallucinogenics, what's enjoyable in hallucinogenics. Everyone's like, oh my God,
right.
My hand, I've never noticed that before.
Almost
everything's
for the first
new,
time.
right, novel.
Yeah, because you have to go through life with things sort of shut down, otherwise...
Screening out.
Yeah, otherwise there'll be the bells going off in your head every step of the way. Everything you see, everything you do, everything will seem bizarre and ritualistic. And why do we do this? And, why do women paint their nails red? What is that? Red bloody claws? Like, how does that work? Everything cosmetic seems bizarre.
Yeah. Well, paint your face and then put a sphere through your nose.
Yeah, and then anything piercing seems weird. And then all the crazy, bizarre laws that we have about you pick a topic like gambling. Yeah, we see lottery commercials.
Oh, did you win the lottery, by the way?
I don't know, but you can't bet on football. Everything just seems bizarre.
But that doesn't seem that different than other drug experiences. I mean, I'm trying to figure out like what makes
most drugs do activate that same system.
No. Here, I hate to disagree, but here's the thing.
Well, I mean, I obviously not from only the point of references that I have, but
what I mean is when you get
she's done everything except mushrooms,
right?
So she can't
That's not what I'm saying.
She's chasing the dragon right now.
Yeah, of course.
She's shot up in the bathroom.
I know.
I saw the rig.
Adam,
frequent trips to the bathroom.
Here's the thing.
I got to talk to her later.
When you get high on coke, you don't really sit around and think about why humans behave the way they behave. You just have plans about how you're going to get your piece of the pot.
It's less analytical. But marijuana is
an amygdala again. And pot and hallucinogens all activate the amygdala.
Marijuana makes you sort of enjoy the novel stuff, but it doesn't make you break it down and take it apart. You get high on mushrooms, you dissect.
Yeah.
What the hell are we doing? How does this work this way?
LSD sounds the same
and then,
thing.
It sounds exhausting.
It is, because what happens is it's like you start thinking about, burial rituals. So we take the guy and we put him in his suit, we put makeup on him, and we drain the fluids out of him and pump formaldehyde into him, and then we all get a good look at him while he's propped up in the casket, and then we just bury him.
I think I would panic.
You do.
There's a lot of panic.
I would panic.
People do get panic a lot of the time.
You do have to do some thinking. Yeah.
Not because of the thinking part of it, like just
it becomes overwhelming.
Yeah.
And then all the suicide bombers. It's in one ear and out the other. A guy strapped a bunch of C4 explosive to his vest and he walked into a crowded marketplace in Tel Aviv. It's like you just hear it every day. You're high on mushrooms. It's like, wow, the guy made himself into a bomb.
You guys should do the show on mushrooms one.
I'm high now.
Okay. You're doing really well.
Every night.
Thank you.
But it's also because then you start thinking, well, I wonder what that would look like, and then you start picturing it, and then you go insane.
And that's when it's bad.
Yeah. It's weird, but everything's novel, and everything's strange, and everything's new.
So what's the best, not that I want advice here, but what's the best environment or situation in which to
do mushrooms?
Yeah.
Very calm.
Just like in a personal space I'm assuming not a new
safe,
space.
Calm, quiet environment.
Yeah, you come by, I'll draw the curtains and put the doors. I got a little doors. This is the.
I wonder if sex would be weird. Think about sex would be like. You're like.
Well, we're gonna find out.
But I mean, think about.
What is this?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Don't kill me.
It's true. It's too groovy. You just want to hug. You don't really. You don't
Does it ruin sex drive?
It doesn't. I didn't have anyone to hump the last time I was high on mushrooms. It makes you want to sort of. It makes you groovy, horny, and a sort of flower power. Let's all get naked and roll around, but not an actual. I'm going to slap some ass cheek.
Not a deal closing way.
No, not in a you
Driven,
get
drive.
coked up. You got a little momentum. You get here's the whole thing. You get high on coke, you have all the momentum in the world, but the junk doesn't really work that well.
That's right.
You get high on mushrooms, the junk will work fine, but you don't really need it.
Okay.
You want a hug.
Right.
It's like softcore porn. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't see you
girly
in
porn.
that way, but
Yeah.
girly porn.
Girly porn.
Yeah, it's
Do
like
you like-
girly. It's like there's Emmanuel movies from the 70s. That's what it's like.
Elizabeth likes the regular porn, though.
Oh, you do? Oh, fantastic.
You guys share that. You
All right,
Adam has
we'll
a
share
bunker
that.
of porn.
Yeah.
Bunker.
Awesome.
I got a bunker. Let me show you my world in my bunker.
How are you going to get her in? It only scans your palm and your face.
Yeah. I have a pass system I can't really discuss over the air, but I
To get
have
into
a
the
way to get
bunker.
in there. Yeah. Yeah, I use mirrors to deflect the laser beams.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mushrooms. Freak out. Freak out. Jonathan,
Yeah.
17?
Yeah.
What's up? What are
Yeah.
you talking about before mushrooms?
I have no idea.
Freak
I
out.
blame Elizabeth. She keeps sending us off
I
the
was
track.
really curious.
Out.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Jonathan. You're 17.
Yeah. I've been getting blue balls lately, and I was wondering if there's any cure.
In what context does this happen, and what are you describing?
Like my girlfriend, we've been together for just like a week or so, and we're not like together like too far, so I keep doing stuff to her, but she's not doing anything to me, so I get really turned on, but I never get off, so I come home after, and I get blue balls really bad.
What do you experience?
Just pain, I have to lay down, I just can't sit down or stand up.
Yeah. Why don't you just beat off and go to bed?
Well, does that fix it?
Yes,
Oh,
that does.
shut
That
up.
does. Yeah, that's
You
bogus.
shut up.
This is bogus.
What are you, an idiot?
Yeah.
You dry hump your girlfriend for 3 hours and go down on her and you just go home. Oh, I have this erect penis and my balls are aching. Oh, I better go to bed. You're 17.
I thought that was sort of an instinctual thing. You knew to just do that.
Yes, they do.
Of course.
I was five,
You beat off in the car on the way home. Listen, save your bogus questions for the next idiot who comes along.
All right. There we go.
Idiot.
Keep moving.
That's a bogus question.
bogus.
Here's the thing. Whenever there's a I have no question,
It's bogus.
All right.
what do I do? What do I do? You stare at your erection for 9 hours, you idiot.
But what if someone really is just
That's
really
stupid.
clueless?
We can tell. And by the way, he answered it in his
Yeah, no, you did, but
derision of the call.
Yes, he hung up. Yes, and guys that are that stupid don't get girlfriends.
True.
Or they get girlfriends like Nancy.
That's right.
In which case they're having sex.
That's right. Jenna?
Yeah.
That's true. Super stupid guys either get no girlfriends or get ones they get to bang the bejesus out of.
True.
Jenna?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for confirming that, Jenna.
Yeah, thank you. What's up?
Well, I am 16, and I am attracted to men who are 19 to 21, and they drink.
Like Dad?
Yeah. I lost my dad when I was 9.
To alcoholism?
Yeah, he was drunk. He was driving drunk.
Beautiful.
And got in a car accident.
Fantastic. So you got to now reach back and get that dad back and make it right.
Yeah, so my question
Except it doesn't work like that. You end up with the same abandoning, intoxicated, so seriously ill with alcoholism
How was
guys.
Dad before that? Just was he drunken dad or?
I didn't really get to see him a lot because my parents divorced, and so I would go up and I'd see him every weekend.
How old were you when they divorced?
1.
Mm-hmm.
So I pretty much grew up with my mom.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you want to stop this pattern,
Yeah, I do.
there's a free way of doing it, and that's you go to an Al-Anon meeting or an ACA meeting, and you get a sponsor, and you work 12 steps.
Uh-huh.
How about
that? Will change how you relate to people with alcoholism.
Mm-hmm.
And you won't be so attracted to it anymore. You'll be attracted to a broader range of people and not just trying to fix what happened with Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
All right.
You also get therapy.
Go do that. All right. Hey, speaking of drugs and booze, Kelly Hu was in here last night from X-Men and all that. Nice sprinkling of nerds outside waiting to get her John Hancock on her way out. Remember she gave me something from her drugstore she keeps in her purse?
Yes, the Klonopin.
Oh, was that Klonopin?
Yeah. Nothing?
I was angry at her last night about 12:45. I took it. I was like,
Did you
What
mix
is that?
It's a benzodiazepine, Valium-like drug, long-acting.
Chicken ass, I call it.
Low dose. You mix it with your medicine, that worked.
I gave it a little shot of booze. Like, there's nothing going on here. I think it was like a Pez you took from her purse. I was angry at you, Drew. You're like,
angry at me?
Yeah, it's a very
wasn't my purse.
Very angry message on your phone machine. You should
Another one?
Surprised you haven't checked it. Yeah. I was like, what? Come on, let's go with these drugs. Kick them up. You know what I'm saying? Make them work or not. What's the low dose stuff, Drew? What's that good for?
For an anxiety disorder.
All right, but shouldn't there just be a pink one for the ladies and a blue one for the dudes?
And what about for the heavyweights? Black?
That's the black one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, why am I taking the same drugs a 109-pound Asian broad is taking?
You stole them out of her pills.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Nobody prescribed them to you. You stole them from her.
Okay. All right.
I would not have prescribed that to you.
No,
don't worry about it. I would
listen,
have done it.
that's a good that's a fair answer. Yeah. Okay. So I took it from her.
Yeah, but still.
That's why I'm taking her medicine. Okay.
I know. I'm saying I would never let you down by prescribing such a weak-ass medicine.
Thank you.
See?
Thank you. All right, we're here with Elisabeth Harnois. She is from a little something called Point Pleasant. Tuesday nights, I should say Thursday nights, everybody.
Everybody got to watch this week. We need to keep this show going.
This Thursday,
it's after
9
the OC,
o'clock.
right?
It's on after the OC.
Yeah, watch the OC
really,
and don't change
really
it.
Good. And not just because I'm, it's
well,
not
it's got great actors and actresses in it, which is one thing that jumps out about that show. And
well cast, yeah.
Drew hates everything.
Yes.
And
everything.
Drew
I'm
loves
honored.
this show.
Cool.
Absolutely. All right, we'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Hey, everybody. Loveline. Man, that's Dr. Drew. Elisabeth Harnois here tonight. She is, that's French for don't cancel us.
That's right.
Thursday nights, 9 o'clock, Fox, Point Pleasant. Drew has deemed the show the breakout smash of the year.
Genius performances. Genius, I tell you.
And is on Elisabeth on Drew's top 10 up-and-comers list. Yeah.
Thanks.
Speaking of genius, I'm going to put out another plea for my own program. I need women who've had babies and have, as a result of having had babies, have problems with their sex life. And or couples who are afraid of having sex during pregnancy. They freak out about that and worry and have all kinds of weird preoccupations about it.
Andrew? Andrew?
Yeah.
There he is.
21?
That I am.
You went laser... Oh, no.
I know, but he sounded funny.
All right. Wants laser hair removal on his nutsack?
Yes. I was curious. My girlfriend was talking with me last night, and she mentioned, they can get a bikini wax or whatever, and they can get the laser hair removal. I was curious whether guys can do that, on their nuts.
That was featured in a Bond movie from the late 60s.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think that they would probably do that on the testicles. I don't think
that would hurt.
Yeah, the women, if you wanted it on your pubic area, they might do it. I don't know what the heck would make you do that, but whatever.
Scrotum is sacred ground. And the idea of getting a tattoo on it or taking a laser to it or doing any kind of piercings
doesn't seem like a good idea.
No, now it seems like it's just made to do something with because it sort of seems like something extra your body's presented, like a scratch pad or something hanging off you.
Yeah,
something you could whittle on a little bit.
Sure,
but I wouldn't go down that route.
No,
focus on the earlobes.
Extra porous, testicle.
Yeah, here's the thing, too. Look, you work, get a little gasoline on your hands and then itch your junk. You'll know it. It goes through. It's a sieve.
Taste it.
It's like a spaghetti colander. My nutsack. Yeah, I'll drain pasta right through it, Drew. Water pass right through it like a sieve, but, the pasta stays behind.
Why didn't we use your nuts as the coffee filter? We had all that coffee problem.
I did. I put my nuts in there.
That was what you... okay.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, I
just had a cup.
Yeah. I don't know. It's chock full of nuts.
Adam Carolla, Mr. Elastic Scrotum.
It's my favorite kind.
No, when I said chock full of nuts, I did not mean the brand. I meant it was Hills Brothers. It was chock full of the Ace Man's nutsack. Yeah. I assume that's what the brand means. All right, Drew. Who's been on hold the longest? Let's talk to Diego. All right.
Susan's been on hold the longest.
Tough beans. Diego?
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
26. Your wife did meth for the first 4 months of her pregnancy.
Oh, my God.
That's correct. Well, basically, my wife and I have been together for 10 years, but we've only been married since August of last year, so we've been... It took us a long time, but we wanted her to finish school and everything.
All right, who cares? How much meth did she do? Was it a daily thing?
It was a daily thing. She was, at one point she said she was doing it twice a day. And then at a certain point she started trying to cut back, and she was doing it 3 times a week.
All right, so she's an amphetamine addict. We got that problem.
What's it do to the kid?
Maybe nothing, but it can certainly. It maybe.
Is a kid been born?
No.
No. The expected due date is the 31st of this month, so it's coming up really soon.
You need to talk to the obstetrician and whoever pediatrician she sees, though. This is important stuff, and there can be neurological problems and cognitive deficits in these kids. This is the drug I actually worry about during pregnancy.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
More than booze?
Yeah.
All right, see?
Yeah.
Here's my
More
point.
than opiates.
What's chemically going on when...
We don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
He wasn't going to be president anyway with a meth head for a mom.
Yeah, there's something called... It's presumably the same mechanism as with people that are walking around on the earth, which is something called excitotoxicity, where the vesicles that are releasing chemicals between neurons, the function of that gets disrupted, and the neurochemicals get loose inside the cell, turn into free radicals, and destroy the cells.
See, can't get high on mushrooms and listen to
feasibly
this.
do that to the fetus.
It could destroy brain tissue, yeah.
All right, here's the thing. Kids, first off, what percentage of people that come out actually do anything anyway? You got to look at it that way. We need bus drivers. We need garbage.
And we need more Loveline callers.
We need more callers. That's number one. Number two, mom's a meth head. Dad's a guy who thought it was a good idea to marry her.
Right.
Where's the kid going?
Yeah, that's a problem.
Not going to Wesleyan.
No.
I'll say that right now, or Amherst. So here's the thing. Take care of the kid. Do what you can, and look into her. Because anyone who's doing a ton of speed when they're pregnant and knows they're pregnant has a serious problem.
Yes, and just because she was able to control it during the pregnancy, do not think that she is over her addiction.
And congratulations on the coming of a new baby.
mazel tov. Mazel tov. Susan?
Yeah.
You're 18. You've been on hold for 100 years. We're going to put you on hold, and we'll take you first up tomorrow night, all right?
Oh.
Do not hang up. I'm sorry. I blame
okay.
Drew. All right.
If I call, will I be able to get through?
Just
We'll call you. Hold
We're
on.
going to call you, but just don't hang up. All right.
Brian, make sure.
Mike, Brian, get Susan first on deck for tomorrow night. So we'll take ourselves a quick break. Be right back after this. Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. That's the show. Elizabeth, God bless you for coming in.
Thanks
Everybody.
for having me.
Everybody. Point Pleasant. I'm telling you, this is a good show. You want to know what Drew's watching? You want to know? You watch this Point Pleasant.
I'll be watching it with you.
Fox, and it will be. It'll be a communal experience. You get close enough to the set, you can see Drew's wife cracking the whip on it. That's right. Anderson always poised with that. You want a theme to Germany or Florida, that's 10 minutes away, but you make a pee-whipping joke. Wow. Pow. All right, Thursday nights, 9 o'clock.
You're a dick to a lot of people on the air.
God bless you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
All right.
What the hell was that?
I think that was an Anderson drop. Was that a drop?
Or was
of
that
you,
live
Anderson, or is that you?
No, I was doing a drop of myself.
Oh, awesome.
Live.
Awesome.
A drop.
Talk about art imitating life.
Yes.
Anderson putting a drop in of Anderson. All right. So, until next time, I'm Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. The sun's mainly just, it's all gases. It's burning gas. And she's like, no effing what?
This has been Loveline. Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.